Yeah,
opportunities like this.
We're going live.
Yeah.
We back. Ruben had another one of his incidents where he was trying to do standing 69 and his back gave out, so we had to take a week off again.
Nah, I was just like...
Can't be doing that standing 69. That's an advanced level move.
Nah, I don't know what got to me last week.
You're like, I'm feeling sick, and I was like, oh, I'm going to let that Rona pass. Because apparently, start your drinking game now, because apparently you get the Rona, and it goes away in about a week. Ask Shiny Bat Boy. He apparently is over it now. He's back to normal. Bitch-made Shiny Bat Boy is back on filming set. So if he can do it, anybody can do it.
Nah, I don't think that's... I mean, maybe I was really tired this week.
Maybe you beat it in a week, man.
Yeah, because I'm... You know why?
Yeah, goddamn man.
I'm a goddamn man.
That's right. You don't glow in the light of the sun.
Look, I don't train, but I lift heavy shit I need to.
That's right,
That's
dog.
what goddamn man does.
It's just...
Unlike the new Batman, he probably doesn't lift heavy shit when he needs to. He probably lifts moderate to non-heavy stuff.
I don't think he lifts anything. That dude does like Taibo for preparation for Batman. That's what that dude's doing. He's like Taibo. What's that other dumb shit they were doing? He does Suzanne Summers toning
workout for his ass.
I could look. Let's be real honest here. You can totally picture Robert Pattinson with that little thing that you squeeze between your thighs, sitting there preparing for Batman. He's like, I got this.
My thighs are so meaty.
He's like thinking the whole time he's playing like,
come here, penguin.
What's a character with like really big legs?
Chun-Li.
He's like, oh, I'm playing Chun-Li, right?
So come here, penguin. I'm gonna sit on your face and just suffocate you.
That's the wrong kind of Batman. That's a different kind of Batman. That's a homosexual Batman.
That's a porno Batman.
That's a Elseworld universe where Batman's really trying to get with all the bad people.
That's a dicko Batman.
Ugh. Damn.
Yeah, man. Oh, speaking of Brolocast people.
You're like, I saw old classic Mr. Big Dick videos.
No, I've been so busy this week, I haven't been on Ye Old Hub.
There
is a petition, though, to find a new porn site because there's all the sex trafficking going on Pornhub.
Really?
Yeah, we got a good show for you today, people.
How you gonna avoid that, though? I
told you, the porn guy gives you thousands of other choices other than Pornhub to go.
Yeah, but how do you know there's no trafficking going on is what I'm saying.
It's a lot less trafficking.
So you're just going to hate on the hub because they provide the best services and therefore trafficking is more prevalent there.
Right.
All right. Well, there we go.
Correcto.
Why is there always some shady fucking person that parks near us that has a totally ability to like
this whole area
bust
is
a
popping
cap
off right now? Not only that, I tried 3 different times to put gas in today.
You were going to run out of gas right now? No.
I was on 17 miles till empty. And now that dude sells crack.
Yeah, right. What's up with this dude?
Like, he was going to wear a mask even if there wasn't the runaround.
Weirdo. Yeah, of course. And he has it as an identity. Dude's got a baseball cap on and a mask. And he looks shady. He just looks...
Into yogis. He's like, give me all your rice. I need it.
Anyways.
Give me all your hot soy sauce.
Hot soy sauce?
Yeah, they have it in the thing that keep it hot.
Is that a thing? Like, it's more important for taste for it to be hot?
You want it hot. Have it warm.
98.3.
Have it warm.
Yeah.
But anyways, what was it talking about?
The old hub.
Oh, yeah.
And the trafficking of their...
So, yeah, they got a lot of sex trafficking going on there. So.
Dude, that's a prevalent thing here in our state, huh? It's like a big deal.
It's going on, man.
I know it happens during the big events, waste management, trash open, trash golf. Trash golf is almost all.
That Starbucks was closed.
Man, you're going to have to get your buck somewhere else, bro. Dude, look at it. That car has one of those things where you could put the code at the door to get in. Who has ever used that?
White people.
Old people. It's probably the only people. That is a trash feature, Ford. No, Chevy. Try again. Try again. Also, it's not like there's no perfect way of doing it, right? You know, when you're eating greasy shit, or if you're like me, you just got greasy ass fingers, and then you unlock your phone, and then you can see it on your screen what the fuck your password is, right? Easy way to steal someone's shit, I guess. Same thing with that, right? It might not be a digital display for those buttons, but they have a little decal. So eventually it's going to wear out that decal and people can figure it out. You know, unless you're proactive and then you just change it every few months.
The same thing with like the keypad doors. Like you can just see what number they've been pressing and pressing and pressing.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point to it. Why you just want to get your shit stolen is what you're telling me.
But yeah, so
sorry.
Yeah, that's the trouble with the
hub.
The porn hub.
The hub.
The old porn hub.
Well, that's why you got to go with channels, right? Or
Crocodube.
No, like let's say you got a favorite thing, right? Like your thing is you've been very open to the fact that your thing is either Kermit or those interview things, right? So not both at once. Ooh, Kermit interview. Would that like hit you to a new level? If it was Kermit doing the interviewing?
Heidi, hold there.
He's like, come in, Miss Piggy. Tell me about yourself.
Hey, Miss Piggy. I see that you are a miss. So you're not Mrs. Piggy? So you're not married?
Oh, jeez.
Does your significant other know that you are here at this interview?
Look at you. You know the whole spiel and shit. Anyways.
Have you ever done anything like this before, Piggy?
I like how you're all about this, dog. You got the fucking lines down and everything.
Hey, man.
Anyways.
I just remember Kermit always being hilarious.
So that's the thing, right? Like, maybe you just support the channels that you know are already there that are legitimate. Like, you should support the interview dude, whatever his name is, or the Bang Bro folks, or the, whatever other things you have in there. You just support them. Or follow, like, name
follow name
porn stars, right?
Yeah. Like Alexis, Texas.
Is that your new thing now? You're in Alexis, Texas?
No, man. Back in the day, like, 5-6 years ago.
You're like, that was my thing.
It was longer than that because he said Hannah Montana, huh? I showed John I was gonna call you mystery guy for some reason.
That's what we should call everybody that comes on this podcast. Like Mystery Boski.
It's just Boski's face, except I gave him a shirt with the question mark on it.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck up?
You give him one of those old Green Hornet eye things.
But we still refer to him as Boski?
Yeah, man. Or like if we really want to go cheap, we just tear up a shirt and do like a Ninja Turtles mask.
Oh, man. Anyways.
You showed me that meme?
Yeah, I showed him that. It wasn't a meme. It was Uber facts.
That's crazy.
And so it said that Hannah Montana was going to be called Alexis, Texas, but there was a porn star already named Alexis, Texas. And I was like, yeah, I remember that porn star named Alexis, Texas. She was a thick-ass white hoe.
Yeah!
And I was like, and at that time, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, she was known for having a booty on her.
Yeah.
And you know what's hilarious? That was back in the day, back in the day, world as fuck. So when we say back in the day, we mean like late 90s, right? She was known for having like a giant ass and just being like a white girl with a giant ass. Yeah. Isn't that crazy how that like she was famous for that.
Yeah.
Like that was a thing that was so rare that one girl got famous off of her ass. That's crazy. And now it's like with the magic of silicone and ass grafts and relocation of fat, anything's possible, ladies.
Yeah, man.
Anything's possible. And those nasty ass cushions that women throw in their asses. Those are gross.
Oh, here's a pro tip. So you ever been on the the Pornhub and you're just like, why? Maybe you just clicked on one of those family related videos just by accident.
Yeah.
Sometimes you click on one and you're like,
that looks good, and then you click on it like, oh, it's my stepbrother. I'm like, oh.
It's like, oh, don't nut in me, stepbrother. I'm like,
God.
hey, that was good till
vomit.
you finish that sentence.
Vomit.
Anyways, when you click on something, much like Google or something else, it puts your shit into like an algorithm. So you clicked on that, now it's gonna bring you
Oh,
stuff
really?
yeah.
That explains a lot of what I've been getting.
Fuck.
Ah! All right, go ahead.
It's like-
but wait, what if you're incognito?
It's like jujitsu.
Oh, jeez.
Jujitsu accidents into dick.
I'm like, bro, like, dude destroys tiny girl.
It's like rear naked chokes. The different kind of rear naked chokes.
It's just like chokes her out in a different kind of way.
BJJ dick holds. Yeah, so the way you do that is you gotta reprogram your algorithm.
Right, okay. How do you do that?
So you just gotta start clicking on random shit.
Okay. So,
Same way.
but what if does that work even if you're in incognito?
Yeah,
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, all right, I don't watch this much sibling related shit. This is a lot. Somebody using my Wi-Fi? What the fuck? And then I was like, okay, let's never click on any of these again. And then, why is everybody fucking gonna rob Yogi's Grill?
Dude, it's
What
100
the
degrees
fuck?
out. It's 100 degrees out. And this thing, whatever it is, a guy or a girl, I can't tell, has a hoodie on, all the way on. Like, all the way on, with the hoodie on, long
sweats.
pants, sweats. How cold was it in that car for you?
It's 97 degrees outside.
That's crazy, dude.
For like the last month, I haven't slept with the blanket
If it
on.
wasn't for the fact that it is a taboo thing, it's so hot out here, and it's been so hot for so long that I'd be like coming out in like compression shorts. Like I'd be like walking around like GSP, just walking around here, just being like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to stay cool, man. It's hot.
Fucking
And people out here in full on sweats and a hoodie. What is wrong with people?
And that's why they're like, well, what are the cops? I don't know, because it's 135 out here and you have a sweater on.
Fucking hoodie.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Crazy ass people.
Anyways,
Anyway, so
yeah.
you reprogrammed your porn, huh?
Yeah, you gotta click on just random stuff. You gotta go, like we're always saying, you gotta get back to basics. Just type in some nice stuff like missionary position.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Yeah, you should get back to basics. Maybe like I told you, what you should start doing is watching classic porno.
There you go.
And slowly working
There
your
you
way
go.
back to softcore.
That's right. There you go.
Back
type,
to soft,
type
just
that into the
slow
search.
back.
You gotta use the search bar. I know a lot of people don't do that. You type into the search bar instead of doing like, oh,
You just go down to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then you just start going pages and pages and
don't
pages
do that.
over.
No, don't do that. You
Nah, that's too much
weirdo.
time, man.
What you gotta do is go into the search bar and be like, instead of typing, because you're a weirdo, like POV HD girl,
Kermit and Miss Piggy.
girl action or whatever the fuck. You gotta say softcore love making.
You're like classic
There you
softcore.
Right.
That's a category, I think.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And then just be like passionate kissing.
And then also follow it up with SD. You want the standard definition. You don't want the HD
No,
anymore.
You don't want.
You want the basic stuff.
You want.
You want to squint to try to think when you know what you're looking at.
You want to make it look like two. You know when you get a coloring book and you don't color the pages
Like that.
like that. Just like those
And then-
two uncolored pages are fucking each other.
You know what they should have, dude? They should have, and I almost want to go on Pornhub right now to figure out if they have this or not. What if somebody has uploaded videos, porn videos,
Mm.
that are scrambled? So you had to try to figure it out like you did back in the day. Remember back in the day when you had cable or internet cable?
So you want
And then you're just
scrambled.
yeah, man. And you're over here trying to like squint. You're like, oh shit, I think I just saw a nipple. Oh snap, that was a nipple.
I think I heard a moan.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, dog. See, that's the ultimate level of bringing back your tolerances. You can't be breaking your governor all the time, bouncing it off the fucking red line, thinking you're not gonna break your shit.
like what's the one I sent you? Oh fuck, I gotta find it. Like the shit I found on what's that one? Urban Dictionary. That I sent you.
That was pretty bad. Yeah, man. I mean, at
What
some
is it?
point, while you look it up, at some point, I mean, you never want to get to the point where you're looking for the next and the next and the next and the next and the next. You know, like as a dude, you just can't get it up. You're just like, it's kind of boring. I'm not turned off by this. And then you actually get hook up with a chick, and you just are like, oh, it's the alcohol, I swear.
Like we were drinking Mike's Hard Lemonades. Like, yeah, all the alcohol in those.
so strong.
You only had half.
And a Smirnoff. Don't forget about the Smirnoff.
I had a what was it, White Claw?
Oh, those are disgusting. It
Just
tastes
for
like
that, just for that, I'm bringing a whole case.
no,
next time.
disgusting. White Claws are gross, dude. They're like
It's water, right?
They're alcohol, right? But it's like, oh yeah, okay, all right.
I'm a grown ass man, so I've never had one.
So
with a dick.
they're disgusting, dude. Somebody's like, try one, and I was like, all right, gross. All right, they have the flavor without any sweetness. So it's like, oh look, strawberry, but not sweet. So it tastes like you just licked an artificial liquid thing. It's gross. They're disgusting. Give me the fucking calories with it if it's gonna taste like that.
Oh, okay, here it goes. Alabama pig roast. When one guy is having sex with a girl doggy style and another guy is getting a blowjob and they arm wrestle on that girl's back.
Oh, jeez. See, those motherfuckers broke their governor.
Yeah, man, you
can't be doing that.
You can't be doing that.
First of all, I'm a competitive motherfucker. All right?
So you're going to try to win that.
I'm going to try to win that arm wrestling competition, and in the process, it's very likely that my body will convert the blood in the nether regions to my musculature to be able to take down that arm wrestling game. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot assume that I'm going to be able to continue this whole situation.
You might not, man. You might not. You know,
just saying.
That is a good point. That's a lot of
I'm competitive as fuck.
There. I had one more. It was like the Sky Pirate or something like that.
Also, like, imagine that chick's got the elbows dug into her back the whole time. She's like, some dudes are getting real competitive, and then all of a sudden they're just like losing hardness, and she's just like, what the fuck?
Hey, man, some things are worth winning. You weren't one of them.
You're like, I won. All right, we can get back to this other debaucherous shit now.
Back to it. Hey, that FedEx truck looks like it's literally listening.
Yeah,
to our
I like how
conversation.
everybody here looks like they're going to kill us. Like, is that person done holding up the yogis yet, and they come out with a bag of money?
Possible. It is possible. But yeah. So there you go. Pro tips.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point, dog. You gotta do shit like that every once in a while, man.
All right, man. I'll give you the pick. You want some more debauchery, or you want some nice, lighthearted stuff?
Well, while we're on the topic of debauchery, might as well just keep it here. We all know why you people are here. I'll save you 30 minutes at the back end. Let's go.
There you go. All right. So, I told you the other day, right? I was on Instagram, and I'm like, dang, this hoe's kind of hot.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was like, wow, I think I'm gonna send another friend, definitely not you, a pic of her, and then I started, and then I took a screenshot, to send the other person this pic.
Right,
definitely
right.
not you.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Because we only send Bible verses to each other.
Only Bible verses.
We're good Christians like that.
That's right.
And then I started looking more, and I was like, it's my fucking cousin.
Oh!
And I was like,
so many questions.
yeah, I got a bunch of questions. I was like, one, why are you holding it up on Instagram? That's my number one question.
So this came up on your feed. It wasn't like recommended?
No.
Oh, that would have been my first red flag. I'm like, wait, why is this coming up on my feed?
No, I follow her.
Oh.
I follow her on Instagram. And her brother follows her on Instagram. And her other sister follows her on Instagram. So, clearly, Yeah, I always wanted one of those. I'm gonna get one of those. Just like on Midnight Wangan, I'm gonna get one of those.
You need to get a sports car, dog. We can go riding again. It's getting cool again.
So I'm like,
Slowly.
I'm like, so all of them were just like, it's cool. Show your titties.
Dude, it's super common now, right? Like, I think in the future, kids that like are in junior high right now.
Oh, cool. He got his bag of money.
Yeah, man, got a lot of money
What the
apparently.
Is that
Dude,
thing? Is that a predator?
Dude, what the flying fuck? Okay, let me describe this person. Jogging pants. No, wait, they fucking looks like, dude, that person's got more stuff on than I've ever seen. So they got compression pants, a pair of shorts. I thought it was sweats, but it's a compression pants all the way to the ankle, regular shorts, and then they've got a hoodie. Within the hoodie, they've got a mask the same color of the hoodie, and then a do-rag on. That's impressive. I mean, that person's either really afraid of the Rona or really cold.
Got in the car. I thought it was a predator.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I mean, I would be sweating in that outfit. I'm almost sweating now, and I'm wearing shorts and fucking pants.
No, I was like, the
shorts.
sun went down. I bet I can turn
Nah.
the AC off and put the windows down. That was not true.
No,
That
man, I was
not
considering
true.
bringing the Z, and then I stepped outside, and I was like, not worth it.
Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, I was just like,
Yeah, man. Kids in junior high right now are going to basically be able to check out any of their schoolmates in high school. Like any chick that you and I went to high school and we're like, wow, she's banging. And we're like, man, she's gotta be looking good naked, right? Like, those dumb thoughts that young men have during their stupid years and the rest of their lives. And so those thoughts come up and you're like, man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, you'll never get to see it, right? Because she's like the hottest chick in the whole school. Well, the next generation will get to see it. The next generation will be part of the whole like, oh, yeah, I know what this chick looks like in a bathing suit and that chick in a bathing suit. And this chick just takes straight like yanking their underwear up to their bra and shoving everything in places so you know exactly what everything is shaped like.
right.
Like you could tell a person's health based on some of these stretch of garments. Like that's going to be the future. That's the new generation. The new generation, dude, is going to be able to kind of just see what everybody's packing. It's crazy. Makes me a little jealous for this generation.
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing they're not gonna know is like how they taste, right?
Pretty much.
Unless they got like some kind of shit that they'll come out with, be like, oh, it's like smell-o-vision.
Be part of my OnlyFans and you get a chance to test the pH level too.
Yeah. It's on this stick, that stick that they put in your mouth at the doctor's office.
Disgusting. And then you throw that into your computer.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I was like, oh, tastes like Chipotle.
Oh!
Did you just have Baskin-Robbins ice cream?
Ah, Jesus. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy because, I mean, you and I have talked about, like, chicks that we thought were hot in high school, right? Mm-hmm. And then, but we never saw any of them. Like, remember there was, on occasion, we would have, so you remember on occasion we would have, like, a swim class, and you were like, yo, is blankety blank going to be in the swim class today? Because I'm going to make it a point to be there on time and changed into my attire on time. I'll be there, right? You're like lathering up with your sunscreen. You're like looking to see who comes out of the changing rooms.
Right.
Right? The kids are spoiled these days. Now they're just going to be able to log in and search somebody on Instagram, and highly likely that the most popular guy or girl in the high school is going to be like an open, non-private account. And you're just going to be able to scroll there, and it's likely to have one, two, three, a dozen, whatever.
Like a whole photo shoot at their pool and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Times are different now. But it's also the difference, right, between those kids are also going to have a hard time because also kids are more promiscuous now. So it's likely that maybe they'll get to hook up with some people, maybe not. But it's highly likely that those kids are just used to seeing things at a young age and get used to pornography and blah, 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 blah. And so then they're going to be way more desensitized than you and I. You and I would see like the Spice Channel come up and it's like fucking, fuzzy and what is it? What was the word I used earlier?
It was like blurred,
Is it
pixelized.
pixelized and blurred, and it was like locked, right? Because we didn't have the Spice Channel. But then you just sit there and you're just like, I kind of see some shit. And every once in a while, dude, it will kind of clear up, and you're like, oh, I know what's going on. And then it would just go away again, and you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so by the time you and I got some action, you were just like, dang, man, I'm excited for this. This is crazy.
You're like,
I saw this once in a video. But nowadays,
you're like,
these
why?
kids are just going to...
You're like, it does look like this.
I thought it was just a pixel.
Like, I thought there was another hand that guides me in there.
Oh, jeez. It's like the office. Have you gotten that? You've gotten that part in The Office, right? When they talk about that guy being gay, and he's just like, how do you know who opens up and accepts the other one? I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I am at season 7,
dude. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's The Office is so good, dude. I used to just kind of throw on whatever before I go to bed. You know, something fun, something lighthearted, because I find it that for me, whenever I watch something like really intense, or like sometimes I'll get online and play Call of Duty with Splinter Cell, right? And sometimes, dude, you get so jacked playing online because you're just running, shooting, jumping, throwing bombs, doing blah, 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 right? We're playing Call of Duty. And so when I go to bed right after, you're so wired in your head that even your dreams are fucking intense. You're just like too intense. You're like having nightmares and you're stressed out and you wake up and you're like not rested, right? But I
trying to wake up, you're trying to like cut the throat of your pillow.
Yeah, I'm trying to like I'm like rear naked choking. I'm like trying to grab the pillow and just get in my arm.
Put it up, Juggernaut. Put it up.
Yeah, exactly. But so because of that, I get some lighthearted stuff to watch TV before I go to bed. And yeah, I used to do Friends, but then Friends got cock blocked by HBO, so I don't have HBO Go, and I refuse to pay for anything because I'm cheap as fuck. And so I've started watching The Office just in the background. The problem with The Office, dude, is that it's so good that I sit there watching it and I just start laughing at shit. You just get involved. You get sucked back in. It's good. It's very good. Yeah, it's right there with Friends, man. Some people are gonna hate me saying that, but it's true. It's there. It's likely funnier than Friends, and in many respects, I think there's many times in that series where I fucking ball out like a bitch for no reason at all. Like, every time I watch it, like, I know what's happening, and there's specific things that happen throughout those seasons. They just ball like a bitch, and you're like, damn, man, this is sad. And I'm like, but, man, fucking who's got onions nearby? Fuck.
No, it might be, it's not funnier than Friends, but I relate to
I think
The
it's
Office.
funnier than Friends.
I relate to The Office more because I fucking work at an office now, so.
The Friends is funny, but the problem with Friends is that it's unrealistic, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got these people that bullshit around the coffee shop all the time that don't really work, right? Like, they show them working very, very, very short window of time. Everything else is what they've got going on. And it's just, it's funny. It's funny, but I think, look, man, Dwight is fucking hilarious. And Steve Carell is fucking hilarious.
My favorite thing about The Office is that they what is it? They don't go with their lines. They like fucking
They improv them.
Improv them.
From what I hear when I was watching some of the people interviewed and stuff, like after the show was over, I guess one of the doors that nobody ever opens, which I'm trying to think of which one it is, but all the writers were in that room.
Oh,
and so they would do the scene, and then the writers would come out and be like, all right, now do this and this and this and this and this, and then reshoot it, and now you do this, and then they go back in, and they would reshoot it. So they would, I think, reshoot a lot, and I think a lot of times they would just say shit just for the sake of saying shit.
Because now that I'm watching a lot, and you know them enough, that they'll like
improv it.
You can tell that they'll do it because the other one will start like smirking a bit, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the one time when they all like Steve Carell has the roasting thing for himself.
Yeah.
And then he gets all sad, and he comes back the next day, and then he's like, oh hey. Or he gets mad, and so he starts telling jokes on everybody.
Right.
And he's like, oh, Stanley. I hate Stanley. He's like, Stanley. He's like, oh, you're so fat that when you have sex with your wife, you suffocate her. and Stanley just busts out laughing just randomly, and everybody in the whole room looks at him like he's crazy. And then Steve Carell like starts laughing too. I'm like, oh, he wasn't supposed to laugh. And then he's just like, and Steve Carell's like laughing for a minute. He's like, yeah, got you on that one, huh? He's like roasted. And then he keeps going, and I'm like, oh shit.
That show's really good, dude. Yeah, that show's really good. And the thing about it is that, you know, who was the other one you say you don't like besides
Just
Stanley? That was another one.
No, that's it.
I mean, for the most part, dude, you end up liking all the characters, even though a good chunk of them are fucking flawed. Like, even down to the, who's the horny older lady in the back?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember her name, but she's a mess, but you end up liking her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creed is the other one that's kind of weird, where you're like, what is wrong with this dude? There's something going on with this guy. There's something, like, he's off. But in a way, like, even, and you'll see this at the end of the show, like, you still kind of like him, even though he's a weirdo. Stanley, he's very unlikable because he's kind of an asshole and he's just there to collect a check. But even towards the end, you're like, he kind of warmed up to him. So it's one of those shows where it's so well done, and you can tell, especially towards the later seasons, like they're so well knit together as a crew, except for the one person that rotates a little bit. That it's really well done, dude. It's a super good show. I kind of regret not watching it earlier.
They said there's rumors that they're going to start up.
It's gonna be hard to do, man. It's gonna be hard to do. Do you know that? On fun fact though, did you know that Steve Carell is actually married to the first chick he dated on that show?
Oh, really?
The real estate agent.
Oh, really?
That's really his wife.
That's funny.
Yeah, not the crazy one, but the real estate agent. Yeah, that's actually his wife. Like, they got married back before he did that show.
That's funny.
Yeah, fun fact.
Which is funny too, because when they went to go date, they went to double date with that one chick, the crazy chick he was dating.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that's why nobody likes double dating, because everybody's afraid that you're gonna end up in that situation where the one couple just fucking goes crazy and starts having their issues just like during dinner.
You're talking about the time they got invited to their house?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that episode's hilarious. And that fucking scene, dude, that scene when he's just like, check out this plasma, and they're like, oh, wow, and it's like a tiny ass little screen. And then he's like, check this out. And he just pushes it back slightly. He's just like trying to show off how he articulates, but all he does is just go back and forth 6 inches. Dude, that was such a hilarious. The whole show is good, man. Like I said, I mean, I've seen it twice now, and I kind of just throw it on in the background before I go to bed. And I still laugh. Like Dwight in the whole, like, oh, I was actually supposed to be a twin, but I consumed my brother in the womb. He's like, I now have the strength of an adult baby or he's like a grown man and a baby. It's like, wow, that's so out of left field.
And then he was like, when he's trying to have a baby with what's her name on the negotiation, he's like, he goes, oh, something about like being in the Matrix. He's like, well, we're not in the Matrix. He's like, well, we'll never know unless we get unplugged. And he's like, they're like, what? He's like, yeah, then we'll wake up and we'll be in the future. And they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, man, the show is so good at just saying random things where you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's really good. I highly recommend it. Go watch it if you haven't watched it during the quarantine.
Let's start a podcast on Just the Office.
Well, you know the two chicks, not Jan, the front desk girl, Pam, and the other one, the accountant chick.
Yeah.
They have a podcast. You know that, right? Where they literally, I think, go over the episodes and talk about them as they're watching them.
Yeah. I kind of want to do that. There's another one, too, where they do it, too. And I was like, yeah, once I get through everything, I might start doing that.
I wonder if they go, like, literally minute by minute.
Probably, like, episode-wise.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're literally watching it with them.
You probably could.
I'm sure that's the only way to do it. Anyways, go ahead.
Because there was one for Scrubs, too.
Scrubs is good. I don't think it's as good as The Office, though.
Scrubs is funny, though.
Scrubs is funny, for sure. Scrubs rotates more towards like a guy-ish kind of show, right? While The Office actually is pretty neutral. It kind of plays well for both. I think Friends kind of ends up leaning more towards a girl show, because of the emotional thing. Like Mr. Go was trying to get me to watch the Grey's Anatomy. It's so hard, dude. It's so hard. It's so hard. I mean,
I can't watch it because that one Asian dude looks like a fucking dude.
I think she's funny. The problem to me with Grey's is that it is a polar opposite of House. House is great because there's the clinical, the analytical, the super intelligence part of it, the quirky characters, and then it starts deviating a little bit into the relationships and who the people are, and then towards the end of the show, you're really involved, right? Grey's is the opposite. It's less about medicine and all about the relationships, and it's not like a small little curve into it. It's like a whoo, you're balls deep an episode or two in, and it's just angst and dating and people fucking each other and blah blah. It's too much drama. It's like, shouldn't you guys be saving people's lives here instead of fucking each other so much? It's just too much drama. House, on the other hand, is like, there's drama because of the clinical stuff, but no drama because everybody's just...
My other problem with Grey's Anatomy was I had watched Scrubs before. I saw a few episodes of Grey's Anatomy, and then I was looking at the people on Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, you guys are just interns, bitches. You guys are like 35. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, how long did it take you to get through medical school?
Well, that was my whole point.
Because like on Scrubs, like they're like 25,
right, the
24.
residents, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
I made that exact point.
And I was like, bitch, you're like 40. I don't want no advice from you. You just got here. Who the fuck is this now?
Fucking shady van with no big old shady UPS moving truck that has literally zero markings on it. That is a shady truck.
Is he going to the bank? Because he's gonna rob that bitch.
That's hilarious. He is legit going to the bank.
Okay.
We're about to see a robbery.
If you hear an explosion, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so that's the show. I can't get into Grey's, but I might just throw it on in the background as I'm cooking.
But yeah, man. So there you go. There's our talk right there for that one.
It's hilarious.
It is.
You know, I was thinking about we were talking about how, like, you know, how we were talking about like kids these days versus like us, right? I was also thinking the other day. I'm like, remember Miss R? I know you're a big fan of Miss R.
That dumb bitch.
She was our junior high what teacher? Math or something? Math and science?
That bitch never taught me nothing.
Why do you hate her so much?
She's a dumb bitch.
You hate her for no reason at all, I think.
What did she teach you?
I think it was math and science.
Exactly.
I think. I can't remember.
As
we're so
to
old.
The opposite, where Mr. Rosso taught me about history.
He did teach us history.
And
he taught us English too, right? And he exposed us to the Twilight Zone, which was the shit. And how cool was he to be like, hey, man, today you guys been good all week. I'm going to bring him in Twilight Zone collection, and we're just going to watch an episode.
Exactly.
And all of our little dumbasses were like, oh, there's a twist at the end.
Right. And he was also like, hey, also, don't touch these tapes because this is from a $500 collection.
Yeah, well, also, didn't he have some that were recorded from, like, the show airing?
Yeah, because we tried to touch one time. He's like, yeah, I can't trust you fuckers.
Yeah, man.
So,
well, we're also the generation that we've had to have talked about this, right? How we had our school trip to Rolero.
Wow, what you fuckers doing in Rolero?
You don't remember? I didn't go, but remember our whole class was supposed to go to Rolero. You and I don't think went. Maybe you went. Maybe.
It was to Westworld.
Westworld. That's what it was. You went?
I don't think it's called Westworld. That's a fucking...
That's a TV show.
TV show. Yeah, we were fucking the prostitutes.
Okay, but legit, seriously, how cool would it be to be in the future and you can actually go to the Westworld?
I'm like, come here, little mama.
You
finna get this 2-inch Punisher. I think
my balls haven't dropped, but yeah. I'm about to show you how I take this lightning rod and create fire. But no. So it was like a Westworld kind of thing, but there were no robots as far as I know.
It's not called Westworld. Rawhide?
Rawhide, yeah. We're not that fucking old yet. Anyway, so it was that place. It was Rawhide, where it was like a Westworld, but it was legitimately like people, right?
Yeah, it's people.
But it was rides and such, from my understanding. I didn't go because I didn't give one flying fuck about the West.
I didn't care either. Now, all the classes before this had gone to Wet and Wild.
Okay, that's probably very important to say, right? It was was it our senior trip?
Yeah, it's our 8th grade graduation.
Okay, that's what it was. It was an 8th grade graduation trip. And the senior year, or the year before that, the graduating class, I just dropped this, got to go to Wet and Wild. And so all of our dirty little perverted asses were like, yeah, we get to see these chicks in bathing suits. And then when they told us, oh, you're going to go to freaking this stupid Westworld bullshit, we were upset. But I chose not to go. I got to sleep in. You got to sleep in, I think, too.
Yeah, I went with my other friend, to
that fat fuck. How's he doing? He dead yet? I don't like that dude.
I thought I saw him one time. That could have been any Mexican with the weird
I can't stand
haircut.
that dude. Can't stand that dude. Bitch assness rubs off on people. I'm glad it didn't rub off on you too badly. So, anyways.
So yeah,
so in our defense,
drove us around. We hit up some stores and stuff.
In our defense, we were mad because we didn't get to see chicks in bathing suits.
Right.
But I guess the whole graduating class, apart from you and I, because we weren't there, just destroyed that place.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They were basically like, you are never welcome here again.
I think it was like on a Friday.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, because we don't have working telephones, or we only had working telephones.
Right.
On Monday, everybody's like, "Oh, did you hear what happened?" I'm like,
No.
There's
What happened?
There's no line of communication between you and me.
You would have had to dial 6 numbers in order for you to get to me.
No.
Well, back in the day, there was no area codes, right? So it was like you had to dial 5 numbers to get to me.
Yeah.
Well, no, 5. Get the fuck out of here. What is it?
7.
7 numbers. That's what it is.
You're retarded. See, Miss R didn't teach you no kinds of math.
I'm tired.
Well, cause see, where we went to school there was that little town, so all those people like kept in. They like were all within walking distance of each other.
Right.
So they all like gossiped amongst each other, and so yeah, they all knew each other. But we from the other side of the town were not kept in the loop. And then when we got there, they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys completely destroyed that. You caused like thousands of dollars in damages."
Yeah, I remember the principal like gave us a scolding too. I was almost like, excuse me, I didn't go, and so can you scold all of these people and can I go home? Because it's some bullshit. And didn't they make everybody write apology letters?
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I'm like, I didn't even go. Why do I have to apologize for these little fucking heathens?
You're like, man, these Mexicans. I hate these Mexicans.
God, I hate these Mexicans. It was like, dude, it was crazy. It was like they tagged up the place and they destroyed things.
Yeah, I think they I don't know what. Yeah, they tagged up the like different barns or whatever is over there. They destroyed some shit. They might have let a horse go free. I don't know. I heard, if I still remember this correctly, because it's always been in my head, they caught some 8th graders fucking.
I believe it.
And I'm like, okay.
We had some promiscuous chicks in our class.
I'm like, okay.
You're like, I know who it is.
I already know who it is.
It's Alexis.
It was Alexis. Because there's only one person who was fucking, and there's only one dude who was fucking.
And it was Sean?
It was Robert.
I don't remember Robert.
We had 2 Roberts. Is that one dude who was like, oh, hey, I'm going to teach you guys a new word. He's like, oh, it's Poonanny.
Oh, he's a fucking startup Poonanny?
Yeah. And then there's the other white trailer trash dude.
Sean, right?
I think it was Sean. Yeah, something like that.
I just remember Alexis was like the class hoe.
Right.
She was the class hoe.
Right.
And she was such the class hoe that I was not interested in. So I was like, nah, you got things going on with you. Like, you got chlamydia, maybe some of the stuff that you can clear out. I don't know, man, but I'm not risking this. It's not worth that biscuit. You know what I'm saying?
My undeveloped balls tell me to stay away.
Mjolnir is not ready for that. Anyways, Yeah, I remember that, dude.
Their
So
coochie probably looks like those
blue waffle. It's probably the blue waffle
no,
picture.
no, it looks like those things on the Matrix, those big robots that try to break into the ship.
Like a big old tentacle.
Yeah.
Dude, no, man. No thanks. But I do remember, I mean, I heard from the principal after he yelled at us that they just destroyed some shit. And so apparently, we're never allowed there ever again for some reason. And I don't know how they would ever calculate that. Like, what if we go over there right now? We should go over there right now and be like, hey, I mean, after the Rona. And we go over there and say, hey, we're from the class of 2000 blanky. No, 1990, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then say, are we allowed in here? Or
Yeah, hey, we're here to reclaim our fuck wagon.
they're probably like, sir, you guys are going to have to get out of here. Or we're going to have to call the police. Like, I wasn't here, though. I wrote you a letter apologizing for all these heathens.
My letter was very short. It said,
I'm sorry, these fuckers did what they
I'm
did.
sorry these Mexicans can't be good Catholics on Monday or Friday, fuckers.
It's crazy, dude. It's like they were so mad that they didn't go to. They were very mad. That's the only reason I remember people actually
non-developed titties, man. You can't. When you're in 8th grade,
you
want to see some non-developed titties.
Is blurry Cinemax. That's what you look forward to all your life.
That's the problem. These children now don't have.
They get to see nipple all the time, dog.
You get to see everything. Anything you want is on the web now.
Not just that, dude. Any generation now is likely growing up with cell phones. Mm-hmm. That means that you're getting tit pics or boob pics or implied push-up bra pics, whatever you're into, at any given age.
Right.
You and I had like Nokia self-defense brick phones that we used back in our day, that if you even got a pic, it was like some shit in like some 1995 RPG. It was like, look at that, a pixel, man. I think that's a nipple. Whew. That's a good pixel. That's the best pixel out of this whole 13 by 13 pixels.
Like, damn, I think she got titties. I think they're different from my titties.
You're like, man, that's the best looking drawing I've seen since the original Mega Man.
I'm going to put that in my mouth, maybe, I think, if it's not so square.
You're like, man, it's like it came out of the 1994 Contra game.
Oh, I'm going to jump on that like Mario jumps on that.
No wonder Mario does all that stuff for Peach.
I understand now.
Yeah, man. So it's a different generation. But anyways, so I was talking about Miss R. So remember Miss R had a car that I vaguely remember this, dude, and I was not a car guy at the time. Or a car boy, as one would say.
Your license plate needs to be Carboy.
That's not a bad idea.
Carboy 99.
Carboy 1995. Anyways, and I remember she bought a car that had essentially a Tiptronic transmission. So you could drop it into manual and then go up, down, or whatever. And I remember her saying some bullshit ass story. All right, some bullshit, and I remember this very vividly. Some bullshit ass story that she said she bought it for some guy that was like some drug dealer or some shit that had this custom transmission put in that supposedly did this bullshit. Right? First of all, I've never seen the car. I don't know what she even drove. She could have been lying about everything. She could have had the DeLorean for all I know, right? But she said this, and I just thought to myself, somehow, for some reason, this came up in my head the other day. I was like, imagine being a kid in this generation. Like, that would never happen. This is a generation where I bet you teachers have the hardest time because kids might know more than their stupid-ass teachers. Like, imagine if that Ms. R thing happened right now. Most likely, kid's going to get on Google within 20 seconds and be like, you're stupid. It's called Tiptronic. Look, right here. Can you imagine how hard it is probably to be a teacher now?
Yeah. Didn't she drive an STI?
No, I don't remember what she drove.
It had to be some lesbian vehicle, right?
This drink almost went through my fucking nose. No comment. That's hilarious.
What did they drive? Like Astrovans?
Astrovans. I don't know, man. You'll have to pull somebody over and find out. You know what we do? We drive by a gay bar / club, and we like see who gets in what car, and we'll say, "All right, look, the average high percentage of them drive X vehicle."
Dodge Rams.
You're like FJ Cruisers.
Maybe.
But anyways,
I don't know.
yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, how hard? I bet you this is the hardest generation, because if you think about it for a second, you're a teacher. You went to college for X amount of years to become a whatever, right? It's very likely that the school books that you learned off of are another X amount of years older. And so by the time you get into your teaching age, the information you're teaching is likely slightly older. So depending on what it is, right, it might not vary much. If you're a mathematics teacher, then you're like, okay, you know, the Pythagorean theorem hasn't changed much in the last 10 years, right? But if you're a history teacher and you're learning off the textbooks where we're like, we won Nam, you're like, okay, well, technically, nah, right? Like, there's a lot of things that change in history depending on who tells the story. And so if you're a teacher that's basing all your teaching off of the shit you learned in college, dude, these little fuckers are probably on Google while you're teaching them, like, no, according to fucking world history blanketyblank.com, this is what happened. And then it's probably a clusterfuck of constant, like, what is your source? Wikipedia doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be challenging being a teacher. But this is all just to say that Miss R was full of shit.
Yeah. Was Tiptonic even invented yet?
I'd have to do some research.
I mean,
I can't imagine that a fucking drug dealer, if that was even the truth, developed a whole new transmission system just to sell the fucking car. Get out of here. Nissan, Ferrari, Lamborghini. I like how I put those in the same fucking world. Lexus, Toyota, whatever. All of them spend millions of dollars a year developing new technology. I highly doubt that a drug dealer is going to get it together to create a whole new transmission type just because they want to fuck around with manual every once in a while. I call bullshit on all of it.
I'm not. I mean, maybe he was like Tony Stark or something.
I mean, that's a hell of a stretch. That's all I'm saying. I was just thinking about that the other day. This is the dumb shit that comes into my head when I'm left alone for a while, and I'm like, like I'm driving home from work, and I'm like, I remember that dumb shit Miss R said, and then my mind just wanders.
That shit was stupid.
It's stupid.
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 So stupid.
Get out of here with your shit.
Nothing had Tiptonic yet. This guy's gonna kill us. Oh, he's turning that way. Anyways,
There's a lot of shady. What happened to the FedEx guy? That guy never got out.
I saw him. He left that FedEx vehicle there. Then he got in another vehicle and drove off, and then looked at the FedEx truck and just kept driving.
Okay, so either he stole something he found in his route. 2, there's a bomb in that FedEx truck.
Also, what I thought.
Or 3, he was just like, I'm done with this job. FedEx can go suck a dick, and you can pick it up at blankety blank.
I'm thinking number 2. When somebody opens the back, it's gonna blow up.
Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to get two-faced right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get two-faced.
Hey man, you ever sneeze so hard that you hurt your taint?
Oh, not that hard.
Man, I sneezed so hard yesterday.
You have a strong sneeze, though. You sneeze, and I'm like, you okay?
Yeah, man. I sneezed so hard that, you know when your arm falls asleep?
What? No, man. Your arm falls asleep during...
Well, no, not when you sneeze.
Oh,
just
yeah,
when
yeah.
your arm falls
yeah,
asleep. That I sneezed, and that same sensation, felt that sensation in my taint.
Dog, you might need to get a prostate exam.
And I was like, whoa.
You need to get a prostate exam.
That,
Go to a doctor and have them stick a finger in there and or do whatever they do in there.
I was like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That was an intense sneeze. It moved my taint. If you don't know what your taint is, that's that area between the no man's land.
For men. Because otherwise it's a playground for women.
Yeah. That's the buffet.
That's the WAP according to
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Anyways.
But yeah. Oh,
No,
did you hear one dude went on a killed his or didn't kill. I don't know if he killed or beat up his doctor after a prostate exam.
Yes, I heard about this.
'Cause he made him nut.
Is that a meme you sent me? Where did I hear about this?
It's probably on the internet because it's
jeez.
news. So the guy goes in there to get his prostate exam. Apparently, the doctor was
So
so good at his job. He made the dude nut, and then the dude was like, "Oh, I'm gay now. I didn't want to be." So he started beating up the doctor.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's a rough day for the fucking doctor. Imagine he's like, great, I gotta give another fucking finger exam to this dude. And this dude beats the fuck out of him.
I mean, maybe that was his goal. He's like, "Hey, Jeff, I got a 8:30. I'll make this guy nut."
Oh!
And
So, okay, so I got a few questions.
then he's just like, comes out. So, Sam, what happened? I made him nut and he beat me up.
Oh, that's a rough day for a doctor.
You should probably change your coat. It's all sticking to you.
Disgusting. Okay, so the question is now the next question in my mind when you tell me the story is, do you think that a man can nut while being soft, or do you think that the dude got hard while he was playing Tetris with his asshole?
He had to have been hard.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think it's not possible for a dude to come while being soft?
I hear it is, but
It just comes
I
out,
don't
it
think I
just
can.
leaks out like
Yeah. Yeah, man.
like a hose, and you leave it open during the winter and it freezes the pipe.
Yeah. When it trickles out a bit.
Ah, disgusting.
You know when you're making a cake and you gotta squeeze that little bit of frosting out the little tube thing?
Disgusting.
Bad, man.
Gross. I mean, that guy should have known something when he got hard.
Ah!
I mean, if that's the way it works, right?
Hey, I'm liking this too much. Ah!
Come on,
Sir.
like, let's admit it.
Sir, stop moaning so loud. I gotta finish what I'm doing. Ah!
Oh, jeez. That's bad, dude.
Ah!
Oh, that's bad. Well, you know what the problem is, that that guy probably felt so ashamed that it's probably like a strong fucking orgasm.
It's like
Made him question his sexuality.
it felt like Aquaman coming out of the water. It's just like,
oh, gross.
you see this guy driving around?
Yeah, what is he doing? Testing his suspension?
He's like, yeah, your power steering works.
He's legit doing figure eights right now in the parking lot for no reason.
Jeep people.
Gee, people are weirdos.
Hey, is this a good place to put my finger in your ass?
Ugh.
Yeah, Bill, it is. Oh! See, man, that's why when I go to get a physical, I rub one out real quick, just so I don't get hard.
Is that what you do?
I do, man. You can't, just bust a nut on your
Nah,
doctor,
weird,
man.
dude. Well, you have male or female doctor?
Now I got a male doctor.
Yeah. I mean,
Or no,
it's
now I have a
like.
female doctor, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you had a female doctor, maybe you're just like, huh? Or you gotta look away and don't make eye contact.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
Can
Oh, man, just where to go.
you imagine? Yeah, I bet you that happens a lot. But also, I mean, you got to remember that as a female, you're likely to have a male in there while she's cupping your balls, right?
I'm like, oh, so you're going to give me eye contact? Cool.
Now that's the way to go. You look at the dude and just kind of like wink at him while the chick is kind of working on you.
Hey, man,
How's it going, bro?
people will pay good money for this. My insurance got me, though. Copay's only $15 for this, bro. $15. She's handing me, and you're looking at me in the eyes.
That's so
we
uncomfortable.
technically just had a threesome, bro. Devil's Triangle,
Oh! That's hilarious. And at the end, you're just like, "Hey, thanks, man. High five."
yo. Yeah, high five. Let's do this again sometime.
Oh,
Next year,
dude.
same day.
Yeah, man. I have a male doctor, so that's not a problem at all. I'm just
No,
like,
that is a problem. That is definitely a problem.
no, my thing is like you're not getting hard at all if you have a male doctor. I'm just
Well, here you go. I guess you can look at that.
He's like, can you move it out of the way? I need to get to the balls. I need to I'm like, yeah, let me move it out of the
Why
way.
are you holding it like a banana? Can you stop doing that? That's Sir, you have a big vein here. Why are you touching it like that? Stop. You're touching it like it's a rubber band. Stop doing that, please.
The whole thing's uncomfortable. I've had that done before. I'm just like, all right, man, are we done here? Can we go now?
Sir, this is a large dick.
He's like, hey, your dick root veins comes all the way down in this area, huh?
You have dick root vein that I didn't have dick. It's amazing.
Oh man,
goddamn man, that's what that is. Dick root.
Jeez. Hashtag dick root.
Get on my plan. You can also have dick root.
That's right.
Just like this.
I've been trying to cut back on food because I'm trying to get back in shape, man. And I'm just like, hey. If you're trying to see this dick root action going on, stop making me go to freaking Chipotle. But no, Chipotle is good shit. But you get what I'm saying. Oh, the Vape and Smoke Shop is closing.
What's that thing? Are they closing?
Yeah, man. Now you're gonna see all these degenerates all pissed off because they can't get their vape.
Yeah, now they're all gonna start circle jerking out here in the. Just out here in the parking lot.
They're like, Jim, now we're gonna have to share that vape stick.
Yep, we sure are. All right, take down your pants. I'll suck on it first.
Oh, disgusting. Oh, hey, you know what them noises like, dog? You're like, I've seen plenty of videos.
I've seen a video like that.
The hub is good at that.
The hub gives you random videos.
All right, dog. I think that's it for the week. We're back in the game. We're back in the game.
Give you everything you could have.
I'm curious how many we put out this week this year because we have missed out a few, but I'm gonna blame it on Rona.
Strong, son. Views are strong.
Are they?
Thank you for.
I don't look at any of that shit.
Keep sending.
We know what we need to do. We need to do like an Amazon link. You know, there's a you can become an Amazon affiliate, and then people just use your link and they don't pay anymore. And we just get a kickback on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a legit thing.
We'll do that.
I'm like, use my Amazon link. Literally, you don't have to pay any more money, and we get a kickback every time you buy like a Surface Pro 7 or whatever.
Say, hey man, you want a fucking good shit? You want to support child trafficking? Use Amazon.
Oh.
They know children.
You finished it with the darkness. All right, man. We'll see you guys next week.